First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and we're keeping you up to date on everything that's going on with the weather system that has been coming through, the several weather systems, quite honestly, but this most recent one that came through last night, and with the flooding that occurred with that, and we want to talk about what happens next as well. We're going to focus on Clackamas County during this because we've got Scott Anderson joining us right now. And Scott, thanks for being here. We've certainly been following along here in the newsroom with everything that's been going on out there. And as you were talking about yesterday when we spoke, that Clackamas River, being one of the big concerns there of some flooding, and it sounds like we did get that.
Yeah, so we saw major flooding in not only the Clackamas River, but the Sandy River. And Johnson Creek also reached major flood stage. We actually saw moderate flooding on the Molalla River near Canby. And the Pudding River is still rising, and it's expected to continue to rise in the next 24 hours, but we're not expecting it to go into a major flooding stage.
That's good. So the Pudding River, yes, still, if you're in that area, then so still some rising waters, but not into that stage. Yeah. I know that there were some like level 3 go now evacuation notices that were issued at one point, and I guess looking at that, were people able to safely get out of the way of the flood as it was happening?
Yeah, well, we issued level 1, 2, and 3 evacuation notices throughout the night last night. In regards to level 3 evacuation notices, there were about 300 residents who received a level 3 evacuation notice. And I say residences because we don't know how many people are in each house, particularly if no one was home. When the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office went and knocked on their door to let people know that they were under a level 3 evacuation notice. So, we've not heard of any major concerns. Again, the good news is that the flooding is receding, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, which is great. And have you been able to assess any kind of damage structurally or to roads so far from where it was at?
Well, we're actually still working on that.
Yeah.
We're planning right now to lift some evacuation notices. And we're working with the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, our roads team, and our damage assessment staff on this. So we're actively working to lift those evacuation levels.
Gotcha. Yep. I'm sure that's a very complicated work in progress of having people out there on the ground and a lot of different organizations working together with that. For the county and for the people who live there, as these waters start to recede, are there any things that they should be paying attention to or, just to make sure that safety's a priority as they go back into some of these areas?
Sure. Yes. There's quite a few things to think about when you're going to re-enter your home if you received a level 3 evacuation notice. One is, watch for hazards and debris such as like mud, obviously damaged roads, down power lines, and unstable riverbanks. And again, don't drive through standing or moving water. Some roads are still closed. And then when you get back into the house, use protective gear when cleaning up debris or in flood impacted areas. And then check your home carefully before you enter. Look for structural damages. You might smell some gas, or there might be some electrical hazards. And if you suspect any damage, leave and contact some professionals. And also, I think it's really important to avoid contact with floodwater because it could be contaminated, and definitely wash your hands. And then I think the last thing is take photos of the damage and document the impacts before you begin repairs, if it's safe to do that.
Yeah, all great advice. I mean, it's talking about those floodwaters too, and what could be in them. And we've seen a bunch of images of it. I just had a reporter on from Oregon City who was showing all these trees running down the river from the down the Clackamas there and all of that. And for people out there, is there anything they should do? I mean, other than don't get into water, I would imagine, as you mentioned, but anything else to be aware of when it comes to the debris that's going to be washing down here probably for a little while?
Yeah, I would just continue to stay away from floodwaters. Let the professionals handle it. They will, if there are logs or any other sort of debris, don't go in there by yourself and try to remove it. Definitely let the professionals handle that. They can do it. They have the tools.
And the one other thing too, that with all this flooding is landslides and concerns about that, because that soil was so dry. It's just been inundated for the last 2 weeks, really. Have you heard of any kind of landslide concerns in Clackamas County so far?
Yeah, there was one in Welch's that floodwaters inundated a home. It was a vacation home. We've got staff out there looking at that, along with engineers. Again, it was a vacation home. Nobody was home at the time. The owners have been notified. So that was one that we know of for sure.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and otherwise, I would imagine it's going to be a lot of watching closely over the weekend, since those kinds of things still could happen.
Yes, the water's still saturated. I know we're here in Oregon City, and you can see the sun through the clouds, but that doesn't mean everything is great on the ground. So definitely exercise caution when you're out and about.
Scott, anything else you think is important for people to know?
No, I think for the latest information, definitely go to clackamas.us. Look for our flooding page. There's all sorts of resources there, and just stay safe.
I think I've got one of your maps up here right now too, just showing where those evacuation zones, so people can go there and imagine get that updated too. Well, Scott, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you helping us make sure that people are informed of what's going on out there. And so far, it sounds like everybody's been okay, on a physical standpoint through this, which is the best news possible.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, thanks, Scott. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg.
And for everybody watching, this is Fox 12 Now, so we'll keep you updated here throughout the afternoon on any other things that are going on associated with this flood or any other breaking news. We're here for that too. So we've covered a wide range of topics. We're going to be setting up some more interviews here for you to get you some more information. We've got lots at kptv.com as well. So I was just talking about that map. This is from the Clackamas website. So if you're in Clackamas County, you can go there and take a look and check on those evacuation zones, as these waters are receding. And he did say that it looks like they're going to be rescinding some of those. Still good information to know for now or for some future event, to know where to go. So this is a good time to educate yourself on some of that, whether you're in Clackamas County or whatever county you're in. They will have some kind of emergency management that you can find, and you can get notifications, and that's a great way to make sure that you know what to do when these situations arrive. And we saw some of those rescues earlier today, which thankfully were all successful for the ones that we saw, which is very good. But good to know just what to do in those situations. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break for now. If you are watching on YouTube, you see this video end. If you're watching on our website or our apps, you'll see this switch to one of our other programs. I will be back in a little bit here this afternoon with more coverage for you. And until then, I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.